Good morning, all. Welcome to Anand Rathi Morning Commodity and Currency Podcast. Let's begin with precious metal update. Despite macro headwinds, gold remains supported by a second consecutive month of inflows into gold exchange traded funds in June, driven by additions to holding by Europe and Asia listed funds. However, after Fairchair Powell's semi-annual testimony in the rearview mirror, investor eye the release of US inflation figure along with the initial jobless claims and the University of Michigan consumer sentiment data due that will set gold's direction for next week. Technically, gold pivot is around 72,713. If gold surpasses 72,928, it has potential to reach to the level of 73,141. And conversely, if it falls below 72,408, we might see downside to the level of 72,195. Going ahead with base metal update, copper is expected to trade within a range today, supported by improving physical demand from China. Recent data indicate a shift in the import copper discount to a premium of $3 per ton, highlighting growing physical consumption, particularly from the renewable energy sector. Additionally, market sentiment is buoyed by anticipation of new stimulus measures at China's forthcoming third plenum to achieve a 5% growth target. Investors are also awaiting the release of US CPI data later today. Copper pivot is around 869. If copper breaks above 876, we may see upside to the level of 882. And if it falls below 861, we might see downside to the level of 855. Talking about energy update, crude oil extended gains in the early trading hours today on signs of strong demand. OPEC to maintain its forecast for relatively strong global oil demand growth in 2024 and 2025. Focus today will be on squarely on US CPI data, which is likely to show inflation eased in June. Sentiments remain positive for the day, but any surprise would lead to high volatility in oil prices later in the day. Technically, crude oil pivot is around 6,858. If crude oil rises above 6,938, we might see upside to the level of 7,000. And if it falls below 6,778, we might see downside to the level of 6,700. On currency front, rupee is expected to be on slightly appreciate bias against the dollar in the wake of an uptick on Asian peers before data that may be key to the Federal Reserve cutting or holding rates at its September meeting. The relief in Asia, particularly the yuan, probably takes out that small possibility of a new high for rupee. Major events scheduled today are US CPI, US initial jobless claims, EIA natural gas storage, US monthly budget statement. That's all for today's podcast. Have a successful trading day. Thank you.